You think you chose the dish, you did not. A good restaurant menu is not a list of food. It is a carefully engineered sales document built to walk your eyes and your wallet to exactly the plates the kitchen wants to sell. Here is how the trick works. It starts with a simple grid that has run restaurants since the 1980s. Every item is sorted on two axes, how popular it is and how profitable it is, and that gives 4 types. Stars are both popular and profitable. These are the winners and the menu protects them. Plowhorses are popular but not very profitable, the crowd pleasers that sell like crazy but barely make money. Puzzles are the opposite, high profit but nobody orders them. And dogs are the losers, low profit and low popularity. A typical menu is roughly 1/4 stars, 1/5 puzzles, 1/3 plowhorses, and 1/4 dogs. Once a restaurant knows which dish is which, every design choice follows. Stars get pride of place. Plowhorses get quietly shrunk or nudged up in price, because if people will order them no matter what, a 50-cent smaller portion or a $1 bump goes straight to the bottom line without denting demand. Puzzles get rewritten to sell harder or moved to a spot the eye actually lands on. And dogs get cut or kept for one sneaky reason we will come back to. This is not guesswork. A restaurant with a modern till knows exactly how many of each dish went out last month, and exactly what each one costs to plate. So the menu you are handed has already been scored, ranked, and rebuilt around those numbers before you ever sat down. Now the layout, your eyes do not read a menu top to bottom. Eye tracking shows they land first in the upper middle, then drift to the top right, then the top left. Designers call that the golden triangle, and it is prime real estate. The highest margin dishes, the stars, get placed exactly there. And there is a second rule that quietly does a lot of work. Whatever sits first in a section sets the price expectation for everything under it. Put a $38 dish at the top and the $26 main below it suddenly feels like a sensible, reasonable choice. The first number you see becomes the anchor, and every price after it is judged against that anchor, not against what the food actually costs to make. Watch for it next time. The dish at the top of each section is almost never the cheapest, and that is deliberate. It is there to set a high bar so the rest of the list feels gentle. Move that same expensive dish to the bottom and sales of everything shift because the anchor moved. You did not decide the $26 main was fair. The layout decided it for you before you read a word. Then comes the language, and this is where puzzles get saved. Rename a plain dish with vivid specific description and sales jump. Not chicken but slow-roasted free-range chicken. Not fries but hand-cut triple-cooked chips. Studies have found that adding evocative, descriptive labels can lift sales of an item by more than 1/4. Naming the farm, the region, or grandma herself makes the food taste better in blind tests before a single bite. And it is not just the words. Draw a box or a shaded panel around one dish and orders of that dish climb 20 to 30%, simply because your eye is caught and your brain reads the frame as important. One photograph on the page does the same thing. That is why you almost never see a fine dining menu covered in pictures. A single image is a spotlight. 100 images is just noise, which is exactly why cheap diners plaster photos on everything and expensive restaurants use almost none. The rule of thumb in the trade is 1 highlighted item per section and 1 image per page. Any more and the spotlight stops working because nothing stands out when everything is shouting. Remember the dogs, the dishes that barely sell and barely profit. Here is why a menu keeps one anyway. It becomes a decoy. That one absurdly expensive lobster platter or aged steak is often not there to be ordered. It is there to make everything else look like a bargain. Park a $90 dish at the top of the section, and the $50 plate you actually wanted them to sell now reads as the sensible mid-range option. The decoy never has to sell. Its entire job is to shift your sense of what a normal price is. This is anchoring turned into a weapon, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it on any upscale menu. The same trick runs on wine lists. The second cheapest bottle is very often the one with the fattest markup, because restaurants know most people are too embarrassed to order the cheapest, so they reach one step up, straight into the trap that was set for them. The final layer is the details you were never meant to notice. Prices are written without a dollar sign, just the bare number, because the symbol reminds you that you are spending money, and that thought alone makes people spend less. Prices dodge round numbers and clean columns, because a neat right-aligned list invites you to scan for the cheapest option. So good menus scatter the prices at the end of each description instead. And restaurants are shrinking the menu itself. Research from Cornell found that a single tidy panel produces check averages around 8% higher than a thick multi-page booklet, because less choice means faster, more confident, more expensive decisions. None of this is an accident. Every font, every border, every missing dollar sign was chosen. The menu is not describing the food. It is steering you gently and invisibly toward the plate with the best margin in the building. So next time a dish just leaps off the page at you, pause for a second. That was not luck, and it was not really you. It was the engineering. Follow for more on how hospitality actually makes its money.